Hi everyone, it's time once again to pull our prompts, this time for the April page in our Mixed Media Morsels Misfit Makeovers challenge. Here we go. Okay, so here are our prompts. We have a paint sample card or a paint chip, whatever you like to call it. We have stitching, a rectangle, brown paper, and a quote. So I'm going to get started. And I just love my little journal, you guys. I hope you all are enjoying and loving your little journals too, because I really love how it's so fun and so random, and I just enjoy it. I love it. So we're ready for the next page, and I'm gonna use a piece of paper that you guys have seen. It's very familiar to you, I'm sure, but I love this gift wrap, and I'm gonna use it in this journal too. I just can't get enough of this gift wrap. It's just so pretty to me, and it truly does feel springy. So I like that aspect of it too. So I'm going to use that for my background. And I'm just going to adhere it completely right there. So we need a rectangle, and well, let's start with the paint sample. I do have a paint sample card that I have cut into a rectangle, and I have added a little bit of stitching to it using the sewing machine. So I think that's going to be my rectangle and stitching element, and I'm going to put it at the bottom of the page because, you know, like I typically do, I will tuck my little prompts down into this pocket. So I have that. Now I have another paint chip or paint sample that is some greens, which I also liked with this particular background. And I punched it using one of my old Fisker's punches, and it's got this little lattice pattern in it that I thought was kind of cool. And I thought, you know, that could be a little border along the edge there. You can't really see a lot of it. I would probably cut it back just a little bit to leave some of that. So I think I'm going to cut it and see if I like it. All right, so here's how the piece will look. I'll have to round off my corners, which is not a problem. I think it's kind of cute. It sort of gives it a garden feel, which is kind of nice. And then by cutting it down like that, I still have a whole strip of the leftover piece, which is kind of neat too. Another option I was thinking about doing is cutting a scallop border out of this kind of piece and putting it along the edge. So I think that would be also a very fun way to use a paint chip. All right, so I think I'm going to have this go like this. And then, so I've got my stitching, my rectangle. I need brown paper and my quote. So I do have some brown paper, one that I made a tape out of. So I may use a piece of this on here, and I may have something here, probably a bird. I tend to be putting a bird on everything lately, but it's just, you know, the way of it. So we'll see if that actually turns out to be what I use, a bird, but I think I'll just put a strip of this here. Kind of like it. All right, so let's see. How big of a piece do we need? I guess I'll put it all the way across the bottom. So I'll just peel it back and stick it down, and then I'll trim it. Save that piece for another day. Yeah, that's cute. All right. It'll be better with something else here. Eventually we'll figure out what that's going to be. Okay, so we have the paint sample card, the stitching, the rectangle, the brown paper. So all that's left is the quote, which is what I'm going to put right up here at the top. So I have all of my required elements on my page now, and so the only thing left is just to decorate it and dress it up a little bit. So I did find a little crocheted flower. I didn't make this one. It came off of some other product. It's got some dried glue on the back. But it's very similar to the color in the background, and so I'm going to add that here. And I thought it'd be kind of cute to use a little bulb pin and just dangle a little charm on the bottom of the flower. That's my initial, so I'm going to put it there. Just think it's kind of cute. And believe it or not, I did not choose to put a bird on this page. I know that I have been, but I opted for a butterfly instead. I found the cutest little sticker, and so I made a little faux Polaroid, a little tiny one, and I decided I'm going to put that down here, and I'm just going to make a little clustery bit on this pocket. And I've got a little bit of product packaging. This is from a Panera bag, and I'm going to put that here. And then I've got a little cup sticker with a flower in it. And so I figured, well, if I don't do a bird, I might as well do a coffee cup. So those are the things that I'm going to just stick on here real quick. And I do want to tie a little ribbon or string or something on here. I forgot to grab that. So I will have that in place by the time I add the photo at the end. And so you'll get to see that little bit as well. so then the little cup is going to go here. And I also have a piece of this sticker that was at the bottom. I cut it off to make it a square. So I took that little piece from the bottom and just stamped the word enjoy on it, and I thought I would just kind of tuck that there. And then I'm going to have to peel this off and stick it down. See if I can do that pretty easily. Yep, here we go. Okay. There, that's so sweet. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now I'm gonna also outline this little bit here. Just so that it stands out a little bit better. Okay. I'll probably put the date or something down here, I don't know, but I'll put something there. And then this little piece will get stuck on with some Fabri-Tac. And then I wrote my little prompts out as usual, and that goes in there, and I will put a little tie on there. So that's my page for April. I absolutely love it. And like I said earlier, I'm having so much fun with these, and I really, truly hope that you guys are too. And I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm also looking forward to seeing what you do for your April page and your little Misfit makeover. So grab those paint sample cards or paint chips. And by the way, if you don't have a paint chip, you can easily make something that resembles a paint chip. It's nothing more, like this one was nothing more than rectangles on a strip. You can make it with paint. You can make it with little bits of papers. If you have some different tones of papers, you can do it with crayons, colored pencils, whatever. You can make something that just looks like a paint chip and use that. So don't think that you can't participate just because you don't have an actual paint card. I think that was it. You can use any quote you like, and you can use brown craft paper like I did, or you can just use brown construction paper, brown scrapbook paper, whatever, brown junk mail paper. You know, sometimes the envelopes from junk mail are brown, so use that. Anyway, guys, have so much fun creating your page, and we will see you again soon in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.